Hey everybody, it's Karen from Acrylics. I'm back again. It's the same day as the last video for me, just a couple hours later. I was talking in that video about some experiments using, oh my gosh, I'm a mess, about using transparent or semi-opaque colors as a cell activator, and I wanted to show you two examples. We're going to pour over one, if not both. One I'm going to hold on to, and you guys can tell me in the comments section whether or not I should pour over it. Or maybe if you're a, San Francisco 49ers fan, this will be up your alley. So I did this bloom. The colors used were, this is alizarin crimson U. That's the cell activator, which is transparent. And it also has gold and Aztec gold, which is a Pearl X pigment, and another Pearl X pigment called Scarlet. That's what it looks like. It worked pretty well, I think. I just don't like it because I just don't like those colors. But I mean, it's a perfectly lovely little painting, so I don't know. I keep wanting to pour over it. I'm like, oh no. So what do you say? Should it live or die? Let me know in the comments. And then you'll see the other one that's a definite pour over, where I used Phthalo Blue as a cell activator with a bunch of oranges. It worked as well, except it got muddy on the corners. And it's already been scraped once. This one's definitely goner. I have colors that are inspired by my blooming hostas. So some greens, and they have really pale lilac flowers. So that's my color palette pretty much. So I'm gonna do two paintings for you tonight, one flip cup and one bloom. So let me get you down. All right, so there's the messy one. You can tell I scraped it once. They had the Phthalo Blue, pretty orange and gold colors with it. I might have to try this again and maybe do a better job of it, because it was quite striking with that that dark blue black background. Can't talk. But for now, and it was really muddy on a bunch of areas where the blue and the gold and the blue and the orange did not play nice. So we'll try that again another night. I'm going to go ahead and put some house paint down on this and give it a spin, because I want to layer, but I don't want it too thick. Just a very thin layer of white. And I think on this first one, we'll flip cup it. So I'm just gonna put down some white and give it a spin and center my stuff. Always a good indicator. That's annoying. Hold on. This needs to go this way. You need to drop down a little bit. Oh, hold on. Sorry for the wiggle. This needs to slide. Oh, that's really stuck on there. There, like this. Can you see? Am I gonna hit? I'm gonna bump. Let me slide this a little this way. Spread out that white a bit. I don't know if I'll spin out the flip cup or not, the flip and lip. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like. I'll worry about that when the time comes. I guess I was a little bit chintzy with the white. Just a little there. Little hair so it runs over my sides. Good enough. I see a line there. One more spin. I want it kind of thin. That'll do the trick right there. All right. Ugh. Dirty hands already. So tonight I'm using pigments. Again, a few Acrylics pigments. They'll come up on the screen. A primary element pigment. And then my cell activator for tonight's adventures is Payne's Gray by Golden here, and then Amsterdam Titanium White. And then, you know, you always need a little bit of bling or extra bling. I am using 1 tube paint, iridescent gold fine tonight. Just a little dollop into that pouring medium recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and just layer a cup. I'm going to put a little bit of both white and black on the bottom. And my cell activator is a little thicker for the flip cup. So instead of a 4-to-1 ratio, it's 3-to-1. It still doesn't really leave a mound. Well, it leaves a mound for about a second before it disappears into the paint. So not as thin as I use it when I do a blowout. So when we go to do the second painting, I will add a little bit of Floetrol to this to thin it out just a smidge. So I'll start with, let me wipe off my fingers because that's going to drive me nuts.
All right,
hold on
that's
one
better.
second. So I'm going to put some white and a little bit of the black. What did I do with it? I lost my cup of black. Oh, here it is behind me. Let me give this a quick stir. So this is my Payne's Gray, one of the all-time best colors in the whole wide world. So I'm going to do a little bit of both like that. And this first pigment color is Pearl X. We have apple green. So there's some apple green. Like that. And let's throw some gold on that. Next pigment we have is Pearl X. This is Misty Lavender. This is very close to the color of my Hosta flowers. So it's Misty Lavender. We have another green by Pearl X. This one is Spring Green. So we have apple green and spring green. It's a little darker, not as happy. It's the green for a cloudy day. Some of that. And then finally we have a primary elements pigment. This is Freesia. And it is very, very pale and very, very shimmery. It's a gorgeous color. So I'll put some Freesia on there. And let's do a little black first this time. I must have got some white in there, some black. Some white. We'll go back to the apple green. If you're bored with the layering, feel free to fast forward. Look for the timestamps in the description to hop to where you need to go. Let's put some Freesia on top of that. Some gold. Some spring green. I'm trying to save a little bit so I can do my my bloom. And then we'll go black and white again. Whoa, shoot. I did not mean for that much black. Oh wow. I'm gonna let that sink in a little. I'm gonna dive bomb it like that with the white. All right, please work out. Please work out. Ready? Bottoms up, y'all. Ooh, that's pretty. Give that a second. Have some lemonade. I was going to tell you guys something else. Now I can't remember. Definitely wasn't important. Oh, my website. My website is like so close for me to launch. It's all built and everything. It's just me sitting my butt down and uploading everything and writing descriptions and figure out pricing and all that kind of stuff. You know, the launch is always the toughest because you have to do all of your inventory all at once. But once it's up, then it'll get easier. Wow, look at that. All right, let's see. You know when you see that, like, oh, I hope the rest of it looks just like that. We don't have to tilt or anything, but that's never the case. So take a momentary pause, enjoy the beauty before I ruin it. Oh, where are those other colors? Where did they go? I'm gonna make lots of swirls in the middle because I don't want straight lines. And it already wants to run off this one end, and I'm gonna be like, where are all the colors? Hopefully they come up, or I'm gonna be sad. I'm just gonna stretch this out a little bit this way. I think, I gotta make sure I stay in frame. I think it's really stuck to my cake spinner. Oh my God. I can't get it off. Oh. Let me give a tilt. I'm bumming out, y'all. I am. I hope this isn't a huge fail. There are no other colors. None. I mean, 2 little dots of green on the corner here. A little bit of gold, I suppose. That is so boring. It is so boring. I see 1 green cell. That did nothing. I am so bummed out. What do I do about it? I'm gonna have to spin off some paint if I'm gonna go again. Flip cup fail. Nothing but Payne's gray and white. Wow, how's bells? All right, I'm gonna mix up another cup because that won't do. Although those gold cells are primo. Yeah. I won't need as much stuff because I got plenty of paint on the canvas. I'm gonna go quick. I'm not gonna do black and white. I'm gonna do white, black, white. I always feel like I have to do everything twice. Like my lot in life. I guess I can't complain if I get a pretty picture. A pretty picture. Alright, gold. Let's put some candy apple green on that. Those little gold specks are really pretty. I don't think anything else is going to come up, and it has no real composition to speak of, so. I think that's enough paint. See, I was so excited by that, that initial little leak, right? That's my favorite shade of gold. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's spectacular. It's not too bright, not too old looking. A couple taps for good luck. We've got a weird thing. Well, now we got some color at least. Even if it is, yet again, the Payne's Gray taking over the day. Just baby spins. That can go off, I think. Another baby spin. Oh my gosh, stop hitting the side. Now we're cooking. Now I'm feeling it. Let me stare at this a second. Debating on if I want that much white, but now we got the green showing up, so now I'm happy. Always takes 2 tries. Got a bikini corner over here with a big white bubble. Oh, now it's a cell. Do I stop right there? Let me scooch this over a little bit. Stare at it. Oh my gosh. It's really quite stunning now. Yep, I leave it. I leave it just like that. That looks primo to me. I'm happy with that. So that's my abstract hosta plant. It looks nothing like a hosta plant, but the colors, the color inspiration I think is pretty great. I'm just gonna let that sit there for a second while I set up a place to set it down, and then I'll get you guys in for a close-up on both after we do the bloom in those colors. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That one's safely on the corner of my kitchen island. I'm ta-da, like in all caps. I'm in love with that painting, like in love with it. The Payne's Gray with the contrast of those colors is just my cup of tea for sure. All right, so I'm gonna do a bloom. It's on a smaller canvas. Jerry's Artarama was having like a super sale, and I picked up these, they're called DaVinci Pro panels. So 8x8, they're already pre-gessoed. They're cradled wood, very nice. They were like 70% off. I bought like a boatload of them because they were so reasonable. I think that sale might be going on for a few more days too, if you want to check it out. Make sure that's not moving. There we go. It's the same colors. We're just gonna see what they look like in a bloom. And then I'm done because I'm tuckered. All right. So, plenty of paint. So am I doing this for white and black or white and, I guess I'll skip the white and just use the Payne's Gray. So I'm gonna leave this thicker. I'm not gonna bother adding a little more to make it a 4:1 ratio. I think it'll be fine. So we'll see what happens. It should be fine though. So let's start with the spring green. Like that. Leave just enough to do one more in case I screw this up. And then we'll do the lavender mist. See, doesn't that look like hosta plant colors when they get their little purple flowers on them? I was walking my dog and I'm like, oh, they're so pretty. That's a great color combination. I gotta go in the house and mix that up. That's exactly what I did. And then the freesia. And then we'll put the gold on top. The gold is just, you know, wow, that's pretty thick right there, isn't it? Probably I should have stirred it up a little. It seems to be melting in, so. That looks super pretty. I don't like those bubbles. Let's stab those bubbles. Oops. Drop a cup. All right. I'm just making room on my counter because it's getting crowded. So I can use the hair dryer without knocking over all of my little cups everywhere. All right, we're gonna do Payne's Gray. A little thicker. I hope this works. Wish me luck. Seems way dark. I'm gonna stick my head in there for a second. Yeah, tougher to blow with a thicker cell activator. Getting all the gold. I don't know. We'll see when this gets spun out. I'm going to give that a minute to collect because it's there's some pretty significant divots in there. I'll be right back. All right, I added, I took my spatula and just added some leftovers on the corner just to help spin it off. Let's see if this gets some more color. I'm just gonna give this some baby spins. I don't know if it's because all the colors are so pale that I'm just not seeing them. I'm gonna try and get a little more of this stuff off where it's kind of like has these like blurry spots. They don't come all the way off. I mean, they're no big deal. I can tell that this has the pale green. This is gonna be one that I think I'm gonna have to wait and see in the daylight. I think it's pretty. I just can't really tell because those colors are so soft. Obviously you can see the gold. That showed up. Yeah, I don't want to overspin this. I don't want big giant cells. I think delegate's better. Let me do this so even I can see it better. Yeah, that's done. That's going to be gorgeous, I think. I can't really tell. I don't have my all my lights on either, so I really can't see the subtlety in the colors. But I'm going to say ta-da and call it done and move it over. Maybe if I put it up next to the other guy, I'll be able to see the colors a little clearer. So be right back. All right, so here's the first one. Let me just come up high for a second before I zoom in. That's what it looks like. I'm in love with it. I adore it. Mad love for this guy. The colors, the blending, the little gold cells, that whole area, the Payne's gray, this little detail on the edge. Really super happy with that one right there. I don't know what it looks like. You guys have better imaginations. You'll tell me, I'm sure. And then here's the bloom. And when I took it out of my container, I could see like the iridescence, and I'm going to try to get it. And I don't think I am. But all this that looks white is that really pale freesia color. So I think this one will look better actually dry, where I can show it off. I think it's going to be pretty. It's too soon to say. But there they be. Let me flip around. All right, guys, that's it for me. Whoops. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, if you're looking for something specific, go to the description box. Look for the timestamps. Maybe I'll pin a post, pin a comment so you guys can find that. Appreciate if you actually watch the video, though. Just saying. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.